from the Cumberland Valley Bureau. Thanks for that report. Well, some of the people who felt the tremors in southeastern Kentucky looked to a weather office for answers.
The National Weather Service in Jackson, Kentucky took several calls this morning concerning the earthquake. Janine Huber went to the station to talk with meteorologists and joins us from a news center with more. Janine?
Well, Tony, I did sit down and talk with some of the meteorologists over there in Jackson, and we discussed their role in earthquake information. Around 8:45 this morning, meteorologist Robert Ballard began receiving calls about a possible earthquake. He immediately contacted the National Earthquake Information Center in Colorado. The center confirmed the seismic activity, and the weather office began issuing statements across the region.
We don't really handle earthquakes per se, but a lot of people look to us for information, at least as a relay point, sort of the middleman for information that comes from the Earthquake Center in Colorado. Since we have such a quick and wide dissemination ability here, we're a quick source for information.
The Earthquake Center told the Jackson office that southern Appalachia has a history of small earthquakes, mainly because of mining explosions. Disaster and Emergency Service Coordinator Richard Francis says this tremor was a positive occurrence.
A lot of times when pressure's building up in the tectonic plates under the ground, a small tremor or quake releases that pressure and keeps it from building until you have a large release or earthquake.
Experts in Colorado also said eastern Kentucky residents shouldn't expect high magnitude aftershocks.
They said to look for some aftershocks, but they probably would not be felt. They would probably be too small to be felt by most people.
Now, the Earthquake Center in Colorado also wanted to remind residents that predicting or forecasting earthquakes is still not possible, so we may not know when those next tremors come.
Janine, any idea if this quake was part of the New Madrid fault line we hear about?
Well, the experts say that this activity had nothing to do with that New Madrid fault, and they also wanted to remind people that it had nothing to do with mine blasting either.
All right, Janine Huber, thank you. Just how